What is the latest, Vanula?
Well, the latest, Wolf, is that former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown is just the latest big name added to a long list of phone hacking victims, numbering as many as 4,000 by most accounts. This is a scandal that has rocked Rupert Murdoch's media empire and also now includes alleged payments to police officers for information about well-known members of British society, including the royal family. The allegations of illegal hacking by News Corporation journalists now go far beyond the now closed News of the World. The Guardian newspaper says Britain's former Prime Minister Gordon Brown's phone and bank account were hacked by the Sunday Times, another paper owned by Rupert Murdoch. A competing tabloid reports that some 9/11 victims in the United States may also have had their phones hacked. And the BBC reported that a News of the World royal reporter had requisitioned cash to pay police guarding Britain's royal family for the royals' private phone numbers. Now, the paper's former editor, Rebecca Brooks, is expected to be questioned by police.
If she had a shred of decency in her, she would have resigned, if only because Millie Dowler's phone was hacked and her family was led to believe that she was still alive whilst she was editor of the newspaper.
The mother and sister of the murdered teen met with British lawmakers on Monday and say they are still waiting to hear from the newspaper.
There hasn't been an apology from Rupert Murdoch or from James Murdoch.
Murdoch arrived in London on Sunday and says Brooks, now CEO of News International, is his priority. But his $12 billion bid for British broadcaster B-Sky B is now in jeopardy.
I don't know whether this will happen. I mean, the Labour Party is saying, let's delay this. And, the stock is plunging. Right. So it could be a huge blow to News Corp.
Well, it is primarily a political business story, but essentially a personal one. And tonight, Gordon Brown, the former British Prime Minister spokesman, issued a statement saying, quote, Gordon Brown has now been informed of the scale of intrusion into his family's life. The family has been shocked by the level of criminality and the unethical means by which personal details have been obtained. The matter is in police hands. The police have informed Mr Brown is on Glenn Mulcair's list, and some time ago Mr Brown passed all relevant evidence he had to the police, Glenn Mulcair being a private investigator implicated in these findings. Developments continue to be fast-moving, Wolf, with more revelations expected in the coming days. It seems that Britain's decades-long fascination with the tabloids and the resulting competition between newspapers for ever more sensational stories now threatens to engulf politicians, the public, the police, and not to mention the papers themselves. Wolf.
It's an amazing development, I must say. Thanks very much for